really didn't talk about this topic too much. I've avoided it because it quite honestly stresses me out. And I thought that it was a lot further down the road than it seems to be. But today on the radio, on mainstream radio, like what other kind of radio is there? I heard a story about a 15-minute neighborhood, 15-minute city. So anytime, what I want to convey in this post is that anytime you hear somebody say 15-minute city, 15-minute neighborhood, I want you to think 15-minute prison, 15-minute ghetto. You're going to hear all this stuff in the media now, and it's just more manipulation onto you. You've already been manipulated. Okay. Like this post is for people that used to talk to me but don't talk to me anymore, like the normies on Facebook. And for the media people, try and do a better job of really informing the public, because you're in this too. You will be affected too. Right now, you're the mouthpiece for the government, but you will be bitten in the ass as well. But what's going to happen, in case you don't know, like a 15-minute city, basically it completely limits your movement. And if you think that this is innocent and it's about sustainability and climate change, it is not. They seem to want to lock you up for some reason. They try, the lockdowns, curfews, all that stuff that they already did to you. Know that they will do this again and that they will lie to you. So the basic premise of a 15-minute city is that you're kind of divided into districts, right? And your license plate will probably be registered with the local authorities, and they'll have cameras everywhere. And you're only allowed to go outside your city for a certain number of times, right? So like in some places, it's 100 times a year. But if you work 15 minutes from home, what are you supposed to do? Are they going to give you a break? Do you have to apply for an exemption? Like, we know how they are with exemptions. You apply for an exemption and they say no. When they really want to crack down on you, they'll do it. So what does that mean? You work from home, okay? You come up with another solution, or you quit your job, or what is it? It's just limiting your movement, right? If you're a grandma that picks the kids up from school, and you got to do this 5 days a week. So I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if it's like you can leave your city 100 times or 20 times or 50 times, or is it more than that? Less than that? I don't know how it's going to be. But if you like to go for a Sunday drive every Sunday and get your groceries from a town that's a half an hour away, well, you'll have limitations on that. You'll have limitations on your movement. You'll have limitations on your freedom. So let's have a look at what one mainstream news report, how they described a 15-minute neighborhood. So here's the headline. Why is there pushback on 15-minute neighborhoods? Why would there ever be such a thing? Why would anyone ever push back on a 15-minute ghetto? What a question, So that headline, be aware of that headline. Okay, so if it's the ideal neighborhood, why is there pushback? A new report on 15-minute neighborhoods focuses on issues like affordability and concerns about transit and infrastructure. But a top urban planner in Metro Vancouver says it highlights the challenges of changing from a vehicle-oriented society into more sustainable communities. And blah and blah and blah. And here we go with the word sustainable, which you're going to hear over and over again. I just want to draw your attention to the fact that this report is a REMAX report. A report from REMAX finds almost half of Canadians. Excuse me? Half of Canadians? Is that who they surveyed? Who did they actually survey? Let's have a look. 15-minute neighborhoods in Canada's housing crisis. As Canada continues to grapple with a housing crisis rooted in persistent inventory shortage. Well, the inventory shortage is a problem created. They take all the single family homes, tear them down, and then build these high rises, because that's exactly what they want to do. And how many people did REMAX survey anyway? So to go on and say more than half of Canadians, how many people did you survey? 500? 200? What is a friggin' number? That's the problem with these surveys. They word things in a way that are completely manipulative. But this is just about REMAX. This is a private real estate company. Why would we care what they have to say about these 15-minute cities? So the news is reporting, according to a new report by REMAX. Who the hell cares what REMAX has to say? They're in the business of selling houses. So, and as you go along down here, here's what a neighborhood used to look like. But now They want it all towers. So you have green space up here, you maybe live here, you do your shopping down here, and you go nowhere else. And that's your 15-minute neighborhood, your 15-minute prison. So they say here, the expectations of a front yard may change for the need to develop a set of public amenities for those living in denser communities. Look, don't expect to have a front yard. How dare you? How dare you expect to have a front yard so you can like have your kids play and you can have barbecues and stuff like that? We live in Canada. We have lots of land mass. We should not be living on top of each other. There's plenty of land to go around. Oh, look at this. It says here Anita Krishna, the most trusted name in Krishna consciousness. I don't even know where that came from. Oh, but I like it. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay, I think I've Googled myself so often. Oh, here we go. Here's my little show logo. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Anyway, so they talk about not having a front yard and affordability and gentrification. If you want to use some land, why don't you just fill up Riverview? Go and use that. Make that a 15-minute city. So remember that, they want you in these little places. They want the family home not to be a home. You're in like a ghetto, even though it's probably going to be a nice ghetto, and you will be fined, you will be restricted. So what I would say to that is, remember when you all downloaded vaccine passports and things like that? Don't do it this time. If you have to download some sort of app on your phone or something to get permission to move about, I think collectively you say, no, thank you. No, I'm not doing this. Don't go down this road again. You went down this road once before to your own detriment and to the detriment of society. And if you people that are sleeping, you keep doing this kind of thing, you ruin it for the rest of us. You have to have mass non-compliance with this bullshit. Do you understand? I cannot be more clear than that. Unless you want your movements to be restricted. Like they want to control how they do everything. That's why they push electric cars so they can turn this shit off. So just know that. Be aware of that. Get your mind open because this is going to affect your life, my life, the lives of our children in the future. So we don't want this. So to all the sleepers, wake up now. Remember that the government is a public servant. They are our servants. They're not to rule over us, although it certainly doesn't seem that way, does it? Right? So you cannot have your public servants turning into tyrants. And one more thing I want you to think about is I also heard on the news, so they're already telling you, they're calling for more, they're predicting more forest fires. There's going to be more. Like it's so hot right now. It's not even that hot. We had to turn the heat on last week because it was so damn cold. And you look at the sky, it looks like a blanket of cloud. It looks all weird up there too, or whatever. But anyway, they're calling for more forest fires. Okay. So what does that mean? More burning. So if you live in a community up in the hills, they want to bring you down into the cities. It seems that way. You can call me a conspiracy theorist. You can call me crazy. It seems that that's what they're doing. We just saw that with all these fires, the wildfires. So don't be surprised when there's more fires and then you're all pushed out of your home into the city, into a modular home. This shit's getting weird, okay? So I just want you to be aware of it because awareness is everything. Stand up and say no. Then we have a fighting chance. If you continue to remain asleep, they'll get us. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're watching on my Rumble channel, it's called AK Straight Speaks. It's a funny name. I know I made it while I was like trying not to get busted at Global, but it didn't work. YouTube, AnitaK. I'm also on Awake Freedom TV. I'll put a link in the description. And if you click on that link, you can see how you can bring Awake Freedom TV into your home, which is very good. There's lots of cool stuff on there. So thanks so much for watching this video. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.